Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Another critical fib level has been hit, guys. Guys, see that green line? That's the 200% fib level. 509.6 was that fib extension level, and I have a macro level fib level at 511. Wow, that it got hit. It got hit. 509.6 got hit. Went a little higher than that, 510-ish. But yeah, man. New all-time highs once again. Now, how did this happen? As Uncle always say, we must trade with the traps. Usually, some of the biggest rallies, they get kicked off with a false breakdown setup, as many of you guys know. And when you look at the daily chart, you always want to ask yourself, who was the last to get trapped? And then you want to see what would the follow through be. Why? So we can react unbiasedly. You guys know I had this orange trend line and we had a false breakdown setup off that orange trend line. All right, we go on a 6-hour chart. Boom. This was like during aftermarket hours, thanks to NVDA earnings. But look what happened during the trading hours when we had follow through. We broke out that 503.5-ish level. I mentioned we had a potential double top there. So if that clears, double top is canceled. And once that double top got canceled, SPY made its way to the next fib level. All right, so when do we get bearish? Well, we get bearish when we get a false breakdown setup, but it has to be a critical one like this trend line that we have here. That would need a breakdown from here. For Monday, it would need a breakdown of 502.5-ish. Okay, it would need a breakdown 502.5. And of course, we got the fib level at 498.9. Those are the critical levels that must fail. All right. We can also watch that double top, that 503.5-ish level where we had the potential double top. It's a zone. So if this is a liquidity grab, like I said, it'll need to break down 503.5 and 502.5 based on the trend line. And a breakdown of the next fib level, 498.9, I think that would be reason to favor a deeper pullback. Okay, but as of right now, it's still looking bullish, looking ridiculously bullish. Are we going to get bearish now? On tendency, based on seasonality, there is a tendency to be bearish heading into March. I mean, I would say if that plays out, hitting this fib level here, it could set up the stage, but we still need those breakdowns of support. We need that false breakdown setup. We need to see the bulls get trapped. Right now, it's just been the bears getting trapped with everybody, well, almost everybody trying to call tops. All right. So if you want to get bearish, you need the price action to confirm. Confirmation, a rejection from resistant, that's a start, but it needs to show follow through. And like I said, break down this trend line, 502.5, break down that fib level, 498.9. And then we can start talking about, hey, this is starting to look bearish now. We're breaking down critical supports. As of right now, that is not what's happening. And remember, one breakdown of a support, it's not enough because the market likes to trap. That's why I like to, it's safer to trade the traps with the trend, if that makes sense. Trade the trap with the trend. It's safer. But if you are going to play on the wild side, you try to be tactical with it. If you're a counter trend trader, those are higher risk trades. But if you're going to take those higher risk trades, you want to try to tip the odds in your favor by playing those false breakouts of the critical support levels that I mentioned. Okay, guys, so that's the plan for the SPY. QQQ, yeah, it retested all-time high, went to a higher pivot low to 440.5-ish, and before pulling back. Got that fib level 435.4. And then we got more fib levels at 432.4. Those are supports. Those levels failed, then we can get a deeper pullback. All right. Otherwise, if it can stay above 435.4, we could QQQ could be consolidating to break above 439. It didn't officially break it out last week. as far as the 6-hour chart goes. But if it does, then we will have 443 and 445.8-ish in play. Those are the next fib levels, okay? So below 435.4 and 432.5 would be bearish in favor of deeper pullback. Could get a false breakout setup based on this orange trend line. That would be bearish. Otherwise, above 435.4, I would stay bullish. Breakout of 437, 439 would be needed to put 440.5 and 443 in play, okay? Here is NVDA. It went to a new all-time high, just squeezing out the bears. Yeah, support's at 784.7. I have support at 775.7 and 770. I know they're really spread out, but look at this stock. It just moves. But yeah, as far as being bearish goes, those are the pivot levels that I need to see break down, especially below 770. I'd probably favor a drop down to 752 and 746. Big possibility. And of course, below 746 would be very bearish. To be bullish, it's got, based on this context, what I'm seeing now, it's got to stay above 784.7. There is resistance at 790.5. Those levels clear. 796.6 is the next fib level. If that level cleared, that will be bullish. Put in 800, 804.5, and 808.5 all in play, with 810, 812, possibly all the way up to 825-ish back in play. All right. Here is the Tesla. That's a 1-hour chart. Let me go to a daily. Yes, overall consolidating. We have an inside candle setup here. It also broke back below the 194 and 192.7 level. That's not bullish at all. A breakdown of the next support, of course, at 190 would definitely be bearish follow through. I would short that. 188, 186.5, and 185 would be back in play. And below 185 is a breakdown of a fib level. That would be bearish, okay? Yeah, getting back above 192.7, 194 would be a good start for the bulls, but I would trust it to be more bullish if we clear 198.5 and 200, okay? Clear those, I would favor more upside. Apple got that close below the 200 daily moving average. Now, we did get a recapture on Thursday. We did get a recapture, but Friday, we closed back below, looking like a bull trap. And if that's a bull trap, I would stay bearish as long as below the 200 daily moving average. I also have a fib level at 183.6. So I would stay bearish as long as below 183.6. Follow through would be to break down 181.7 and 180. Those levels fail, I would definitely be bearish on it. Okay? To be bullish, a recapture of the 200 daily moving average would be a good start, but it's going to have to clear next resistance at 185. If it clears 185, I would trust the bounce, put it 186.3, 188.2, and 190 in play. All right? AMD it's consolidating once again. There is resistance at 184. If it wants new all-time high, it's going to have to clear 178, 180, 182, and 184. Those levels clear, new all-time highs in play. To be bearish, it's going to have to break down support at 174.5 and 172.5. Those levels fail, I would be bearish and favor more downside down to 171 to fill the gap, 169 or lower. Amazon looks like it's trying to bounce here. Yeah, you got that pivot high, that previous pivot high at 175.4-ish. If it can clear that, I think we can go test the next fib level at 179. Okay, it's going to have to clear 174. Excuse me. It's going to have to clear 175.4-ish to get to 179. To be bearish, I really need to see it break down 171.5. That is a fib level. And if it's lost, a breakdown, that'll be a nice false breakout setup with a potential imperfect double top, but it'll need to break down 171.5 to put lower targets in play. Netflix, it's just basing. Where's it gonna go? If it wants to go to the downside, it's got to break down support at 578.8. That level's failed. We could drop down lower, down to 572 or lower, down to the low 563 or something like that. To be bullish, it's got to break above 591. If it does, 597 or higher would be in play. Meta, yeah, it's been popping up higher. There is resistance right now at 486. Okay, if it wants to go back, pop to the upside, it's gonna have to clear 486 to put 490 or higher in play. Maybe go test 494 again. That was a fib level as well. Love these fib levels. Support is at 482.5, 480, and 478.6. Those levels fail, we could drop to the downside, pull back down to 474.8 for the gap. 473 is a fib level, and possibly down to 469. That's the next fib level. Google got an inside candle setup here. It's consolidating, resistant. Once again at 146 in the fib level at 147.3. If that those levels can clear, we're going up to the upside. It's consolidating for a move to the upside. Now support based on the mother candle's low is 144. It aligns with my support level, as well as the fib level at 142.3. Those levels fail, look to short with lower targets in play. 141, 138, possibly lower. Microsoft still can't quite clear that 412 level. It's struggling a bit. Got above it, but just can't hold above. Can't get bullish unless we clear 412, and bullish follow through also to clear 416 at this point, because it was some good selling pressure around that zone. So above 412 and 416, I would be bullish and favor new all-time highs for Microsoft. As long as below 412, bears may have a shot, but they'll need to show some follow through by breaking down 410 and 408. Those levels fail, back to the downside, we go to the low 400s. And let me cover coin. It's consolidating. Okay, so more upsides. If it wants more upside, 172 is the critical level that it must clear. This stock moves a bit, so it's around 166 when it closed last Friday, but who knows where it's gonna open tomorrow. All I can say is resistant is at 167.5. What's that pivot? 169.5, and then 172 is the fib level. Okay, those levels must clear to be bullish. To be bearish, support is at 165.5, 164, 162, and 160. Below 160, I'd be bear bias and favor some downside. Okay, we gotta be careful also, because this could be a cup, guys, and the handle's the complicating part where we get the chop. But overall, above 172, I would be bullish on coin. All right, dark pool order for the SPY was 507.88 for last Friday. Okay, it's a good amount. It's a good amount. What was it? 1.9 bill at 0.88, and then 1.2 bill at 0.70. Okay, both around 507 range. Here's the SPY. Gonna look at the flows now. Filter for 100K premiums or above. This was Fridays. Ended the week bearish. As well as QQQ bearish. IWM was bullish. NVDA was bullish. Tesla was bullish. Apple was bullish, still bullish on these individual stocks. AMD as well. Amazon as well. Meta. GOOG. Am I missing anything? Did I get Netflix? And it crashed. Why everything gotta crash on Uncle? All right, guys. So that's all I got for you guys for this video. I just want to thank everybody for all the condolences and the prayers that you guys sent me these last week or two, week and a half. It's been very, very, very difficult. But we're gonna keep on fighting, and as long as my sheeps are with me, Uncle Char is gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep following the price action. We're gonna keep trading with the traps. We're gonna keep reaching out to other traders, to newer traders, to older traders, whoever traders. We're gonna create our community. We're gonna keep on building. All right, we're gonna live forever. We're gonna live forever through our actions, guys. All right? I see you guys soon.